FC Pro World Championship, it sort of left us in an area where we only had 7 players out of the 8 qualified for the FC Pro Open.
Yeah, so that's going to leave us with a few opportunities here, and that's where goal differential is going to be very, very important. We're looking at players like AbuMakkah, who is currently sitting on a +7, and so that's, honestly, we need to be looking at all these goals here because we need to know who wins at the end of the day, who comes out of this. But at the end, after that, it's going to be goals, 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 which will determine who gets that spot, courtesy of Anders.
Absolutely. So in short, case for saying that one player from Group A, B, C, and D, all that have had the, I mean, you could argue the best loser, best goal difference, most goals scored. They will battle out tomorrow at the end of play between the 4 of them for that extra spot. AbuMakkah, who has had an incredible last 12 months. He really showcased everything that he was about. From the FC Pro Open to the World Championships to the Esports World Cup. He's been making a lot of noise for Team Falcons. He's looking to build up here. The first real chances. Diego Dallos, a clever pass. There are one more pass across. Virgil van Dijk proving his worth in the team again, Case. He's sort of a staple in the team, isn't he? For the price you pay, he's one of the first people in the team sheet, and you can understand why. Yeah, I mean, every single player in the entire competition has him on their team, and it's just obvious how vital he is to these drafts. It is interesting, though, because with AbuMakkah, fun stat about him, in the Swiss stage, he was 2nd for least conceded goals. So as much as he is scoring a lot of these goals, honestly, he's not really getting scored on, which is why I was so surprised by that outcome from the 1-0 last game. The most goals he conceded was 3 in a Swiss round there. On top of that, he's been scoring so many goals, AbuMakkah.
I think it's just a matter of whether or not you want to have Mbappe. He obviously doesn't. So Ginola is that playmaker here. And then the midfield is interesting to me, Brandon.
I mean, is it a case of, you know, I'm sure it's the first option. These icons have got some incredible play style pluses on them and some great stats. Or you just want to have an icon amongst the 11 players. It's quite the midfield 3 there with George Stanway coming. A lofted ball in. Can Rafael Leao have the chance to turn and twist? He's a great example as well, and probably a relatable example for players at home, Case, that might not be able to afford an Mbappe, but Rafael Leao might be in your budget.
Yeah, definitely. I think that's why this budget is so fun to watch, especially from, I'm a person in this game, I'm not competing at this level, but I'm seeing this budget, and that's somewhat attainable. You know, we're not seeing some of these insane squads that have the R9s, the Mia Hams. I'm looking at this like, okay, if I'm grinding out the game a little bit, I could have a squad like this for my own ultimate team.
We have also, and it will be one of the 2 players who will lose the game. And we'll have a chance to come back tomorrow night to play for an extra chance to qualify. Rafinha building in for Montaxer down his left-hand side. Can he try and outsmart Diego Dalot? No, he can't. We'll ask you at home as well in the chat. 7 million coins to play with. Of course, keep in mind, if you want Mbappe in your team, that's half your money gone. That's now a centre midfielder that you would love in your team. And hopefully one that doesn't break the bank. Get some suggestions in. We'll pick our favourites out on the Twitch stream and we'll shout you out live on broadcast. There's a player lock tease. Teo Hernandez does enough just to delay and delay. Alexander-Arnold sends him back and does well just to manage the danger. Just offside.
I will say, though, Brandon, it is interesting with those choices in the midfield, especially when we're talking about some of those players with the more important playstyle pluses. I've seen a couple instances of the competition today where they're not even kind of being utilized for those specific playstyle pluses, whether it's the Power Shot Plus. And so I think some of the players really need to take into effect, is it really worth the budget? Make sure you're using that exact playstyle. Otherwise, go for someone cheaper, in my opinion.
Potentially as well, some of the players from home that you've used, Case, on the build-up to the qualification. It might be slightly different, but I've done enough for you to get to this stage in London. Has Ginola got the legs to pull away from Van Dijk? Can he pull out a skill move or two just to outsmart him? To go back and recycle instead. George Stanway. Gerrard and Xavi completing the ultimate midfield trio. Hernandez could get pickpocketed there. If he doesn't get back in, is he going to make the most of this one? Montaxer will try. Mbappe just about stays on side. Can he angle a pass though, or a ball into Heung-min Son? Not really going to be the aerial threat you're looking for, more for that finesse. There is Heung-min Son. Bounces around the box, goes for a corner. And we know who that is going to be edging towards. Virgil van Dijk in the air. It's the battle every time. Unfortunately, tried to rush it so quickly, didn't he, that he had to just work with the angle that he was given.
Sometimes that works. Sometimes if you do it so quickly and you have a bit of luck in that situation, it does go back in because it takes your opponent by surprise. You're just sending that so quickly, and oftentimes if you have the right person in that spot, it can go through. But unlucky for that specific situation, it wasn't able to finish.
Clever idea there with the first time through ball. That one blocked in the tracks by Virgil van Dijk. Lofted in, Ginola. This is AbuMakkah. He's already scored 14 goals just in this knockout bracket, which could really save him if he was to lose this game. But that's that point you were saying about Virgil van Dijk, and especially corners. I mean, with the lack of people that have got aerial plus.
In front of the ball, if you're going to have any chance to save the situation. And so I think that's why we see him on every single team here, in addition to the amazing defensive plays that he's able to make off of corners as well. But yeah, I mean, he's kind of a no-brainer. You see him in every single squad.
Loads of great suggestions coming through in the chat there. Kaka, Jude Bellingham, Sauer, the icon. I mean, she's got some incredible in-game stats. Lots of love for Patry as well, who is featured in quite a lot of these players' teams. Certainly great value for your money. Cuts back inside. It's
across the board for both games.
Or is it? Cuts it back inside. FacuCowen will delay the chance, and Sophia Smith hasn't done anything there. Virgil van Dijk might just do that though.
I don't think that was green timed either.
FacuCowen looking to make it 2 years in a row in the FC Pro. And into a pause, that game also goes again. You said it wasn't time green. It wasn't.
It wasn't. Sometimes, I mean, Virgil van Dijk, you don't even need the time finishing. He just puts it in the back. He gets that height. He's able to get in that aerial situation. And more times than none, he's going to finish that.
I'll be curious to ask as well to the chat if we can get a poll up for this question. I mean, I'll be curious. So how many of you watching at home have got Virgil van Dijk in your team? If we can get a poll up, do you have him in your team? Do you not? You might not be able to afford him. He's getting maybe slowly a little bit cheaper, but he's still out of budget for many. But we'll ask the question. We just missed a goal in this game. There has been a breakthrough. It's a very high line we're seeing here. But Montaxer's played, and AbuMakkah has just said, you know what, I'm going to pick you off there. I'm going to get into a running race with David Ginola.
What a beautiful ball that was to deliver that to Ginola. He didn't green time that one either, but I've been very, very impressed with the way that he is able to utilize Ginola. He's always in the right position for those first time through balls, and I mean, he's going to finish that situation. And so, I don't know. Do you need Mbappe? I don't think you do, because Ginola is doing the job for AbuMakkah.
Well, breakthrough in both games now in the first half. Mbappe pulls away now. Montaxer looking to get some confidence back. Callum Graham-Hansen was angling up the perfect angle for a pass or a finesse, maybe. In case you've enjoyed what you've seen already today, this is only Group A. We've got Group B that follows this one, and Tex will be in action. He's already been here for quite a few hours, getting practice games and getting warmed up. He'll be desperate to get himself back alongside the best 24 players in the world in the FC Pro Open.
And that's going to be Tex versus Nixneb as well. England versus England.
Two incredible UK players going toe-to-toe in their first game. That will do us for half-time here. AbuMakkah is in the lead. Oh, we have a pause in play. We'll give you an update as soon as we can on that FacuCowen game. He still leads by a goal to nil here. Keep in mind, we are looking to find 2 more players from this Group A to make it into the FC Pro Open. I mean, we haven't had loads of goals yet. It's been very, very nervy, and you can understand why.
No, everything is on the line. This is the last chance that they have to make it to the next stage of the competition. And honestly, if you win your first game, then you lose the next one. How hard is it going into this last one? Because you start off with such a high, and then, I don't know, it's really, really tough. I think that's why we're seeing such a low score from AbuMakkah. It's different than any other game we've seen, even in Swiss stage.
Absolutely. Well, look, I've got something to excite everyone at home as well. You may be watching thinking, how can I get involved in what I'm seeing now? Well, guess what? You're not too late to the party. You still can get involved. If you register at fcpro.com, there is an opportunity for players that may have missed out on the FC Pro Open Qualifier. And if you are in Division 3, you could be involved in maybe some competitions like this. With the FC Pro Open Cups, they have a new meaning. The top 28 best players across 10 regions will earn a spot to play in the FC Pro World Championships. During the play-ins. If you do well in the play-ins, you could qualify for the FC Pro World Championship. So make sure you get involved. As you said, sign up today, fcpro.com. I've turned my back for a minute. Someone's popped up behind me. He's someone you might know, Anders Vergang. Welcome back to London, my friend. The FC Pro World Champion, the second highest ranked player in the world. Thoughts on that?
I don't know how they calculate the points, but I think I showed that at World Cup who the best is, but I couldn't care less about a ranking. It's just it will change all the time, and I just try to perform at the biggest tournaments like I always do.
Are you gonna change it this year? Then got one more.
As I said, I don't know how the points works, but if I keep winning, I should be able to get the first spot, I think.
Well, we have got Anders Vergang with us here in the commentary booth as Brice has just pulled himself back into this game. Anders Vergang arrives and the goals start coming. I mean, we're going to ask you as many questions as we can in the next 45 minutes. So if you are at home, you've got a question for the current FC Pro World Champion, please fire them in. I mean, we'll speak about this game first and foremost, Anders. FacuCowen, Brice, have you had the chance to play against them much? What would you make of both players?
I think this year I only played some online games against Brice, and I would say that online he's one of the best in the world, but it's a big difference compared to LAN, and now I think it's his the biggest game of his career so far. And Facundo qualified last year, so I think he has more experience in these moments. But normally I would say if it was an online game I would pick Brice all day, but on LAN is very different, and I would say it's fully 50-50 honestly.
What is it about FacuCowen? It seems like the FC Pro Open is his special tournament each year. Last year he went 7-0 in Swiss. What is it he comes to these? Why is he doing so well?
I feel like he starts to play the qualifier in South America, and I just feel they're playing very different to European players, and I feel their mentality is also very different to European players. They celebrate more and stuff, and I just feel he knows how big this tournament is for him, and it's this you have 2 chances to qualify for World Cup, and I just think he wants it very much, and you just gotta respect him here in the beginning. It's also the game changes during the year, but in the beginning not everyone knows how the game works and stuff, but it seems he's very good in the beginning to find the right meter and adapt very well.
Well, let's jump back across to our main game. There's been a goal as we join it live. I can tell you now, it's gone the way of AbuMakkah, who has just doubled his lead from this chance here. It was Xavi has given Genoa the chance just to put it down. Steven Gerrard. Would he be even near your team, Anders?
Nah, he wouldn't, but his winning seems it's also kind of the same game. I would say online Montaxer is also one of the best, but it's just different on lane, and I think some of the players think too much about what is on the line and just get more stressed and nervous because there's camera and everything, where the best players on lane is just of what I would think, they just don't care and just play. And yeah, let's see what gonna happen after the game. They just focus on the game and do whatever they can, and then they don't care about what they play for.
I mean, we've probably got a lot of questions to ask Case in terms of how Anders would do a draft. 7 million coins. I can imagine you're just buying Mbappe straight away. You're saying bye-bye 3.5, 4 million coins.
I think I would it's just the defenders is you don't need that much, and this center mid's also not. So at least I would 100% pick Mbappe, and then you can still get Van Dijk, Saliba, on center mid there's very many you can pick, so there's good alternatives, so you can easily pick some who's good for the budget, and then you just need you know, like the offensive players is more expensive than the others, so you just need like 2-3 other offensive players that's like mid but not like that expensive, and then you can easily use Mbappé, I think.
Chance Mbappé. So in short, what you're saying, Case, is put your money into your forwards and just get anyone meta.
Yeah.
That's probably worth the price in midfield and defence.
We do have a question from Oscar Wolf. He says, Anders, who do you not want to play in the groups?
There's not really anyone I fear. I know I'm the best in the world, as I showed some months ago, but I think I heard that the first player who got picked was Tenorez, or what his name is, and I saw other groups were like Yuval, Opun and Emra, so I would say so far I've been like pretty lucky, so if you can keep it this way, I would be really happy. Of course, there's some players you would like rather get than other, but there's not like any specific player I don't want to play. I want to play everyone, but there's of course like some of the Brazilian players, and like Tex, for example, that you want to be like extra, and but like as everyone saw yesterday, it's not possible that I could get Young as he got 0-3, so that's kind of sad, but yeah.
Quick question, favourite skill move, step over?
This year, this year, I don't know. Like, you can't do any skill moves, I think. Like, I really don't know. I would hope I could say step overs, but I don't know. I really don't know.
We've got a goal quickly, then we've got another question for you. If we can get to the goal, we've just heard a massive roar that's got it in the other game. AbuMakkah still leads 2-0 here. He's 20 in-game minutes away from qualifying for another year in the FC Pro Open. The goals come from the Brice FacuCowen game. Is that a spoiler?
I just think so. Like, if you say you could hear something, I couldn't, but...
Well, let's see. This is the replay again. It looks like it was FacuCowen. Diego Dalot finds Mbappé. It's a Trivela that's not even time green.
There you go.
What is it about South Americans? You said they play different. I mean, you've had a few run-ins with South Americans before. They always seem like they get in the way of you sometimes.
I have very bad like experience with them. I think I have like by far the worst win rate against them compared to other players, but it's just like they have like a different passion, and it's just, I don't know, I feel like it's good on land. Like they could be like, I don't know Brice that personally, but like I just feel like in like a game like this where it's like the biggest of his career, I just could imagine that he's like too scared to like play his game, because if it would be online, he would like play more free, and I would say that just like from the skill, he's better than Facundo.
Oh, Mohamed Salah just pushing away every defender that's on his back. An outpour of emotion from AbuMakkah, because he knows that goal could be enough to send him back here for more FC Pro live action in London. And this is the goal he scored, Case.
Yes, this is it. Gerard up. I mean, it's a situation where it's like, Teo, how are you fumbling around? How was he able to keep the ball in that situation? But I mean, AbuMakkah, that is a very, very important goal that could push him into the next stages of the competition. I don't know, Anders, though. Are you upset with Teo in that situation, if you are having to defend that?
I mean, like, so far the major I've seen, the most goals is just like L1 triangle, and it's pretty hard to like defend, but like you just have to adapt if you want to be the best, I would say. But of course, there's like, it's harder to defend like this, or like if people like just play like through the ground, I would say. So it's like it's not that easy to defend it, and he couldn't do that much, I would say.
We do have another goal here, but as we're talking about all these goal scoring, I am curious. So every year we have new adaptation to the game. This year, precision shooting. For me, adding something like that into my game is going to take me about a month. How long did it take you guys to adapt to that? Because that is new this season.
I don't know how long the time it takes. I still feel like you are not like on 100% still. But like, yeah, it's like
Was it difficult though?
They did like many changes this year, like step ball, goalkeeper movement, precision shooting. There's like, and it's like last year it was like the most important things like for many. So I would say that they changed like every like key thing that was like where you could like make this skill difference between like the players. Like step balls, I was way better than everyone else. Goalkeeper movement too, and now it's like not that good. So I need to like find something else. So it's just like this year is very different compared to all other years. Also like how you shoot. I mean, like they did this game for what, 20 years or something, and you always had to shoot like on one way, and now it's like more like manually. But again, you just have to adapt if you want to play the best and stop complaining.
Well, we sort of left this game for the second case. We heard FacuCowen was 2-1 up, then Brice has pulled one back again. Can update you that the AbuMakkah game is still 3-0 over there. Montaxer looks like he will be crashing out potentially here from the FC Pro Open Global Qualifier. There was one question in the chat, Anders, that I didn't really get round to asking you, and it was just simply, how does it feel to be a world champion now?
I think I said when I was 12 or something in a Danish interview that I feel like I'm the best in the world already at that age, and I wanted to like win the World Cup. That was my biggest goal, and now I did it on my second try, I think. So I'm really happy about that. But I don't.
A corner, 22 minutes left. Quick corner play, and he knew where that's going to go. Virgil van Dijk, who may have just headed that one off target. Luckily, Teo Hernandez was there to mop up the danger. Let's jump across then to the last few seconds of this game as we welcome in our 10th player to the FC Pro Open. It looks like it's going to be AbuMakkah. Do you fancy him in your group?
Now I already have one from Saudi, so it could be fun also with what happened at the World Cup. I didn't end up winning, but I don't know, like honestly, like just from the skill, I would not rate him like that high, but every time he qualifies, he wins, so he's just very good at the basics, and also like he's very good on land. Like he knows how to like play under pressure, and but it's like, yeah, it's just like I would not be mad, I would not be happy if he's like in my group or not.
How impressive you've been as well, Case, from AbuMakkah. He's come in flying, isn't he? Didn't concede many goals in the Swiss rounds. Yes, there was a hiccup in the road today, but he's bounced back straight into form.
Yeah, I mean, if you look at him, he is one of the most consistent players throughout the years. And like Anders said, you almost have another opportunity there. But he is able to go year to year and adapt to the game. And Anders said, if you're not adapting, you're not able to succeed, you're not able to win. And that's the thing about AbuMakkah. He might keep it simple, but he gets the wins at the end of the day.
Well, there you go. 9 becomes 10 in the FC Pro Open. Still 14 more players to find. But from Group A, we have 3 out of 4 players confirmed. AbuMakkah will be seeing you again in a few weeks' time. There's the trademark celebration. Team Falcons will be there with another. Oh, he's not done. There's another one. Congratulations, AbuMakkah. Let's jump back across to our other matchup. It was 2-2, and there could be a big chance as we join it now.
I heard, like, is there like one of the losers who go through to tomorrow or what?
We'll tell you more about that in a minute, yeah. But, well, because you did so well last year, you've actually sort of messed up the...
Yeah, I was too good. I'm sorry.
Unless there's a
extra spot.
Unless we could like duplicate you, maybe. Have you got a brother?
I don't have one, sadly.
No.
Maybe my dog.
Your dog?
Could get a chance.
Yeah, I'll get back to you on that one. But basically, in short, there was only 7 tickets that were given out of 8 last year. We have to take that final spot. So 1 player from Group A from the loser side, 1 player from B, C and D. 4 players in total. Tomorrow night we'll battle out for that final spot there.
Is it goal difference who make like this?
Goal difference first, then goal scored.
And it's between Montaxer and the loser of this game? Or there's more?
Correct.
Okay.
For the first spot.
With Swiss yesterday or just from today?
Just today. Just the knockout bracket today.
There's like full random, like 3 games, 2 games, and it's like goal differences. It can be like 1 goal who make the difference.
It could.
Well, fortunately enough, AbuMakkah's not in the loser side because AbuMakkah's goal difference was incredible throughout this competition. How important is a pause like this now then, Anders? You're 10 or so in-game minutes away. Just have a chat with I mean, I'd say have a chat with a coach. You don't seem to have a coach, but just have a pause in play. Do you like taking pauses in play, or do you just want to keep going?
I like it honestly, but like I mostly do it when I'm in front. Like I think there's some who do it like more when they're like behind, but it's more like I feel like when I'm leading and the opponent like has some chance, I just take a pause like to get the momentum out, slow down the game. And like if I'm down, I would say that the pause like mostly like benefit the leading player, because I can't say why, but I just feel like it's like that.
Okay. Well, a pause always can come in quite handy. We might do for one of these 2 players. As we said, AbuMakkah has just qualified for the FC Pro Open. We've got 10 in-game minutes left. We might be able to squeeze in one more cheeky question for Anders Vergang, who's joining us here. He's already qualified, remember. Current FC Pro World Champion, was a runner-up in last year's competition. I mean, you came so close to that trophy last year, Anders. Do you feel like it's missing from the mantelpiece?
You can say so, but I think maybe if I won that like trophy, I wouldn't maybe be that motivated to win World Cup. Like I don't know if it's the right way to say it, but I'm not sure I would win World Cup then. So I think like that loss, also with like all the hate I got, was how it is like Brazilians are talking a lot, and after Vinny didn't win Ballon d'Or, they don't talk that much, I think.
Do you think that the hate fuels you a bit more, though? Does it motivate you when you are out there? I know sometimes we have audiences and you listen. Does that, fuel your competition, or do you even think about it at all?
I feel like mostly like...
Oh my, what a chance. Finn Smith! For FacuCowen! Might just be the hero to send it back to London in a few weeks' time.
I think most of the times, like, it like makes me better, and it's also something like it's not new for me. Like, I'm like reacting differently during the games, and some people like it, some does not, and I'm just like getting used to it and like try to push it like to make me better and not like worse, because I think some would like react bad on it, but I just try to like do so it like makes me better, I would say.
5 massive minutes here. You've got the lead. How are you seeing this out? Keep the ball.
The passes are very like inconsistent sometimes, so I think like it's very hard to like play out of the press. But like now we're gonna.
Well, the last wise words coming in from Tuzzy Esports' coach to FacuCowen. It's something about this tournament case that he seems to really enjoy. Start of the year, he was incredible last year in Swiss. Didn't really see much of him in the likes of the Libertadores when we were out there. He didn't really have the best of runs there. Didn't see him at the World Championships, of course, on top of that. So maybe this year he gets there again, works out maybe what went wrong in the middle part of the season last year, and then build on from that.
Yeah, I think that, for the FC Pro Open for Facu, it's a special tournament. I think that he really excels in the beginning of the year. He starts off very, very strong. I'm not quite sure what it is. Maybe he's able to adapt to the game quicker than some other players in his region. But yeah, he kind of had a roller coaster of a season, but he was absolutely...
Wonder when Nicholas is going to be in town. Last 3 minutes here for Brice. To try and keep himself in this competition. As we said, there might be a chance for him. He could get invited back tomorrow to play that last chance matchup. For FacuCowen, just game management surely now. A minute left plus additional time. Or not. Alexi Bateas, pass dispossessed by that block. How much added time is going to be given? Probably 1. If he's lucky, he might get 2. Into corner, more time taken away. He's playing this perfectly well at the moment, isn't he, Anders? For Facu.
I would say so. Like the sliding tackle was like could go both ways, but I thought that Brice would like get more chances, and I can hear that he's talking a bit. I feel like he probably like gave up already, like, and I can understand that. I would hope for him that he has the best goal difference, so he has another chance tomorrow. And like he's very good like from skill, but like I don't know him, but like when he just get more experience, I think he could be very good in the future.
Added time of 2 minutes is pretty much up. Brice, this is your last chance, my friend, to keep your tournament alive. Rafinha, massive win. It's all about decision making here. He's just overrun it too much. Mickey van der Ven will be the hero. FacuCowen, welcome back to the FC Pro Open. He will be there amongst the best 24 in the world. There is just simply something about the FC Pro Open that the Argentine loves.
I mean, you really, really love to see it. The emotion. Shout out to Tuzzy Esports because they've had so many great competitors come through this competition. But I think that some of their stars are really shining. FacuCowen is going through to the next stage. I mean, he's continuing the legacy that he started last year, Brandon.